And welcome everybody to the Late Night Reptile Talk Show. We do have a special guest tonight, and it is Boom Exotics, and here he is. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Not
Thank you for
much.
the invite. Yeah,
Very
man.
well.
It's very, very nice to be here, man. It's pretty cool. Just having my drink. It's a beautiful Saturday night. We are here. This is awesome.
So, what are you drinking on?
So
I saw
this
the
is
photo.
it's definitely pineapple, and some coconut vodka for sure.
Sweet.
That's what it's gonna start out with. It's probably not gonna finish with that. I'll probably start doing something else in a bit. But yeah, no, I drink like a girl, man. I'll be honest with you. I like my sweets, and I let it kind of creep up on me and we go from there.
So I want to just welcome a few people. My wife Angelica's in here. Big Doug's Monsters. Welcome, Doug. Benjamin Payne, Father and Son Reptiles. Welcome. Appreciate you stopping in. Bad Blood Reptiles. Isaiah. Solo, Michaela, everybody, thank you for showing up tonight. So here's a question for you. If you guys haven't already, though, smack that like button and share the shit out also. Is this your first live stream on YouTube?
This is my first live stream on YouTube. Yes. I've done a few lives on IG, but this is my first official live on YouTube. Yeah. It's a little nervous.
Awesome.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Your first time, it's always, but you'll get, you start doing some, and then like down the road, it's always like a cakewalk. Get over
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I was shy to do a couple of lives, and then you realize how much fun they can be. And all of a sudden, you're trying to get people to do it with you and just hang out. And I mean, there's some people in the chat right now, I'll be honest with you, that are actually really, really shy. And I've asked them to come on, and they know who they are. But we'll leave that alone.
Hey, welcome, Fitz Family Constrictors, Uper. Amazing live. Sorry, I wasn't able to catch it live. I did rewatch it, and I think that's really cool, especially a 3-snake giveaway for each tier. And welcome, T-Dog. Oh, yeah. Can you see the chats or no?
I cannot. I don't think I can. No. Can I? Maybe I can. Let's see.
There should be a
oh, there they go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I can. All right.
But yeah, dude. So you said you got your ovulation, right?
Yeah, my fire female, man. She I came home today and she was looking a little puffy. So I actually just pulled out the bin and I was like, let me take a look, and her tail was like all sucked up, and sure enough, man, I lifted her up. She was just concave all the way down. So it was really nice, It's the first time I'd ever witnessed that in person. You see all these posts, having 1,000 followers. You see that every day. Every day someone's got, ovulations, and you're just sitting there like, damn, when's it going to be my turn, Sure enough, I came home from work today, there she was. So pretty cool.
Yeah, I've actually bought one in ovulation, but she absorbed the follicles, so I did not get any eggs, of course. And she did, she was at 3,400 grams, something like that. And then 2 weeks later, she was at like 25, 20, 24, something like that. I was like, damn, yep, there goes those eggs. I just bought them. I think it was just stress.
That's horrible. Just the whole, you work so hard. Well, I mean, in your case, you bought it, right? I mean, so yeah, it was a good advance. A friend of mine actually bought his, and he bought some gravid females. And yeah, I think they all, if I'm not mistaken, they all really absorbed. Some of them were definitely what do you call that? They were definitely bought as wild caught, and they absorbed. And some of his females that he had really worked on, he'd really paired up. They just didn't want to go, and he missed out. So that's a tough thing. That's not easy.
So I'm actually going on IG real quick, because you do not have a YouTube, correct?
I do. It's on there. I mean, it's.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's on there for sure. I just, I'll be honest, I actually use it to post my videos and stuff, just, here and there. I should be more on YouTube, I'm not going to lie. But no, I do have one. It is up there.
And it's still Boom Exotics, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. If someone beats me to it, up, you beat me to it. Never mind. See,
Link. There you go. Fits family constrictors. Put it up.
I was not quick enough. Thank you, Uper. Appreciate that, bro. So, you said it was a fire, right?
Yeah. So a fire female. She had two males that I paired her up with.
Okay.
First male was an Enchi Lesser 100% head clown. He was proven. Um, Threw him in for about 3 times. He locked every time, but I had to pull him because he stopped eating. So pulled him, threw in the Firefly, another 100% head clown. When I initially started the project with the fire, I went with the Firefly because I was hoping for super fire head clowns.
Yeah.
But she didn't take to him. You know, he was slightly underweight. So I pulled him, through the Enchi Lesser. That started up real quick. He stopped eating, and by the time that was done with, the Firefly had put on about, I think, 150, 200 grams, and he went in and did his magic and cleaned up. But we'll see what happens. Egg cutting day will be fun.
Hell yeah. Just curiosity. Here's a question I do not know. How many ball pythons do you have?
20, 23.
Sweet.
23. I have a little bit of everything. Right now, a lot of my stuff's growing. My big breeder females I have right now, Black Pewter 66 het albino, she's proven. Normal het clown, she's proven multiple times. The fire is going to be a first-time female for me. I actually raised that ball python.
Nice.
And I have a vanilla that is actually on the way, so she'll be here at some point next week. So those girls are ready. My Enchi female will be ready. I want to say probably come this spring. Next spring, she'll be ready to roll. And everything else that I have in the arsenal is about 300-400 grams. I mean, I got some pieds, some super pastel discos, some lesser pewter bees, a little bit of everything. I'm adding bongo into the mix. I'm gonna add candy at some point. I'm shooting. I was talking to Off Duty Balls earlier on Instagram, and I told him I'm actually shooting for bongo candy clowns. So that's going to be. I mean, it's a work in progress, but I really want to work with the bongo gene. I really fell in love with it. Just the dark pattern and the glaze. So I'm going to see what it does when you start, mixing double recessives and just see what happens. I mean, I want to hit bongo clown period, but I want to do like bongo banana. If I can afford a hurricane and a trick, people say it's all the same. I want to try it. GHI head clowns. I want to hit GHI clowns. I want to do bongo GHIs. I really want to pick a specific gene and just really run with it and see where we go. And I think bongo is going to be that gene. Right now, I'm just having fun.
Uper says feel free to look at his channel because he has pumping out babies left and right. But I have 14 ball pythons. I got 15 here. One's not mine though, and I got kind of a mix. I don't have any, I got the 2 pieds, 1 clown, pastel, 100% het clown. Then I got another pastel female. Most of mine are all juveniles. The only female I have ready to go is my pastel 100% het clown.
Nice.
And my clown's ready. So that's what I'm going for. But I have other males that are ready. I don't have females ready.
That's the story, man. That's the story everywhere you go. Unless you got, a couple of $1,000 to invest in a powerhouse female, that's the story. And I think I learned that the hard way. I kind of realized too late into it that I had one too many males, and females were not that easy to come by. And now I want to say I have an even amount. Honestly, yeah, I think I have an even amount, but now when I purchase females, they're going to be, it's going to be strategic. Like if I'm looking for leopard spot nose het clown. I'm looking for candy het clown. If I can't find het clown, I'm definitely going to get candy. And I'm just going to, work my way into what I want. GHI head clown, trick GHI, heads. Like I'm gonna looking for strategic things, and then I'm gonna just
Okay.
grow from there.
Okay. Oh, and welcome Moon over Miami. How you doing, bro? Hopefully all is well with you and your wife. And yeah, man, that's awesome. So, is there a certain favorite morph you like over other? I mean, if you had to choose
Um,
one,
it's funny because my favorite morph is the pastel.
that's not. I mean, that's cool, dude.
No, I
Pastels are
love it. Like
beautiful.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love I love the Firefly. I love what it does. I love what pastel does to Enchi. I love what it does to clowns. Um, I love what it does to banana. I love super pastels. Anything pastel. My half my collection is pastel. It's just none of it is mature.
Okay.
And that's where I'm at right now. So once these females I have, once they're ready to go, there's gonna be a whole arsenal. Like I'm gonna have light and dark shades of clown. Like I'm gonna go really dark with pieds, but my clowns, I'm gonna have a little bit of everything. Like I really want to hit Batmans. I want to hit pastel clowns. I love pastel, man. It's to me, it's one of the most simple genes, but man, when you mix it with some things, it's like some of the other upscale stuff. I was always very 2 and 3 piece combos, and the one gene I can't get over to me is pastel. I just can't. I've tried. I've looked at other things, and in looking at other things, I still realize how much I appreciate what pastel does.
See, I mean, of course, recesses are every ball python, in my opinion, normal, whatever, it don't matter. They're all beautiful. I respect that yours is mine actually, and I mean, because it's mostly my three of them have it. I have a cinnamon, just plain cinnamon male, fully grown. He's ready to breed, of course. And then I got a juvenile. Well, he's a year old. Yeah, still juvenile in my eye. I don't know. Maybe he's going into that breach of sub-adult, but he's a cinnamon vanilla. And then I got the female who is like 7 months old, and she's a juvenile, and she's a pinstripe cinnamon spider. So I mean, cinnamon to me is like I like that, dude. But if I'm gonna have to choose one gene, dude, I really like the sunset. Sunset is
Yeah,
beautiful.
I mean it's gorgeous, man. I mean, even trying to get into it the cheap route with the heads, like it still hurts. It's a beautiful. To me, it's awesome. That and monsoon, like I didn't even know what monsoon
Monsoon.
was until I ended up, seeing it on on Billy's page, and I was just like, what is that? And again, it's beautiful. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, it's out of my price range. Gorgeous animal. Gorgeous
Oh
G.
yeah, I'm not going to be able to get a visual sunset. I'm not spending that much money. I mean, like, I would
No.
love to get one, but I know I shouldn't. Even if I could afford it,
Yeah, it's hard, man. I mean, and this is what I mean. Like, you can sit here and you can say, yeah, monsoon and sunset, and they're beautiful, and they cost a lot of money.
pieds,
And
they're beautiful. They've been around from almost. I mean, one of the first genes out morphs. Like, I mean, but even like me, I don't like when it comes to pied. I like it. I do like the super low whites. Like, I
yeah,
like a lot of pattern on there.
yeah, okay,
Um, if I'm going to be honest, my female is probably 95% all pattern, 5% white. Male's probably like 90% pattern, 10% white, like barely
okay.
a ring or
It's your
yeah.
it's your it's your preference, and that's okay, man. That's
No,
you
no,
know,
right. But I just like, when you mix other like pie, like I want to see more of a morph when I'm adding when I get into adding the pieds down the road. Cause I got the banana itchy 100% het pied. I got to prove him out because,
yeah.
he's not fully grown.
I
So
got I got about 3 or 4 possible double heads in my collection, so I know what
nice.
you mean.
Nice.
I have 3 possible double heads for Pied and Candy.
Pied and
Three of
candy.
those,
Nice.
Pied and Candy. I have a pastel that's double head. I have a Mojave that's double head. Those are both males, and then I have a Lemon Blast that's possible double head for Pied.
So because you like the pastel, dude, I'll show you my favorite pastel in my collection. And it's Isis. My wife comes up with all the names, so but, come on. There we go, girl.
Yep.
She's double het. I got her from Gray's Reptiles. 100% het for Go, 66% het for Clown.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I tell you, I love pastel. You're gonna make me pull out my super pastel, man. She's a pup.
I
I
oh
gotta get her. She's awesome. She's like one of my favorites.
I would love a super though. Super pastels are beautiful, but you're still beautiful. Yeah.
She is awesome.
But as you can see by her size, she got some ways to go.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. She's eating very well, but look at that. She's super pastel disco.
That is awesome.
She now. I'm sure the lighting doesn't help much, but she's gonna be with me for a while, man. The super pastel is she's something else, man. I love it.
I especially like the washed out head stamp, like the white
Yeah,
on top. Like that's yeah.
yeah, that's her. And she's actually the only snake in my collection that has that washout on the head stamp for sure. But yeah, she's really good, man. She's eating, she's putting on weight, man. I mean, I actually just upped her meals. And she is putting on weight. I'm not power feeding her. At some point, I've started doing is I've started feeding a lot of my snakes every 2 weeks. And that's something that I took from a couple of breeders that I watch and other people that follow like Billy and whatnot. And I'm actually noticing the growth pattern. Like they absorb more protein. Um, and they're actually getting thicker. A lot of my females are naturally getting thicker. When I was feeding them every week, they were just running through food, and it was just, they just weren't processing it the same.
Right.
Um, Now, and it may not be much. Like if you're really not paying attention to the grams, like on your hatchlings and your subadults, you may not realize, but my hatchlings are putting on an additional like 50 grams. You know what I mean? Like, and the subadults, once I officially switched them over, they put on weight. My Enchi female, the head clown, what did I start her with? She was doing some small ASFs, and then I switched to small rats, but I kept that same regimen of every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think it's been maybe 2 or 3 months. She's put on 300 grams. Like she's a tank. Like I really do think she'll be ready come the winter, but I don't wanna obviously force it. Like I can wait for the spring, it's fine. But she's definitely gonna be, one of my big breeders. I just don't know what male I'm gonna pair her with yet.
Oh yeah. By the way, welcome Justin. Thank you for showing up, and Elizabeth, welcome as well. T Dog, thank you for I saw you here the whole time. Hell yeah, you guys are all awesome. Everyone that's watching right now, you guys kick ass.
Tonight. It's pretty cool. Elizabeth's actually my wife. She's on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
That's pretty cool, man. Everybody's on here. That's pretty dope. So how long have you been keeping reptiles?
No, so just I've always been into reptiles. I love especially ball pythons, but
yeah,
my wife that's watching right now, she was skittish. She didn't know a lot of. It's not that she was afraid; she just didn't know a lot, I would say. And she pretty much just was like, "No, I don't trust having snakes." I was like, "Okay, there's more to it." But eventually, she came in and crushed. 9 years later, down the road, she finally caved in, and yeah, so we got a normal and started from there. And she was like, "Okay," but I lied to her, and she knows it now because she's watching. So she heard it on one. So anytime they would go into shed, I'm like, "No, you can't touch it. You can't touch it. It's in tremendous pain." I was like, it's like a pink belly. Someone, you jump in the water,
yeah.
you smack it, someone smacks it, it hurts more. I was like, "Don't touch the snake." So she believed me. And then we got more, and then we got another one, and it just kept growing. And
It's
I think under a year now, I'm at 14, like I said, but one in my collection or one in here is not mine.
Yeah, my wife isn't crazy about him. I mean, she supports what I do, but she's not crazy about him. And it's cool, man. That's not her thing, and I get it 100%.
Oh,
You know,
oh
there's things.
no, she's my. That's the one thing though. She names them all.
That's awesome.
My wife. Yeah, no. So I mean, and
Yeah, I mean, my wife named Cyclops, if I'm not mistaken. She named my I have a one-eyed
nice. Oh yeah.
sharp albino boa constrictor who's a pet only. He had one eye, and we went with Cyclops. So yeah,
Yeah.
and he's great too, man. I mean, I can't wait to see when he's like huge. Yeah, I just
That's still alive. Yo, thank you, Iron Dog. Appreciate you, brother. Really do.
that's still lying, right? Oh, I didn't
But
even
yeah,
realize you could like scroll up and see what everybody says. That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I love my pastels, man.
So if you ever send this after you're done and you're like, oh, dude, go watch this live stream, have them wait 12 hours after it ended. The reason why is because, I mean, they could go and watch it, but they won't see what everyone's saying in the chat. So when we did
Oh,
comments and
okay,
stuff,
okay,
it takes 12 hours or something like that for it to load up on YouTube itself using StreamYard.
okay, okay.
So, and then you can kind of see who all watched, and it's another good way to get your name out there, showing
Yeah,
up and
for
showing
sure,
some support to other live streams. And
for sure, for sure. It's cool, man. I mean, like I said, when you reached out to me, I said, "Oh man, I gotta do it. I gotta, why not? It's I'm all for support, man. I'm all for getting to know each other and trying different things, and you have to, you gotta try. I on a personal level, I really like I don't trust a lot of people. Like
mm,
again, I think it's a Brooklyn thing. Like I really do, but when you get older, you start to realize, you got to give out a little bit. You know what I mean? You got to try. And in this industry, if you don't trust, man, and you don't give people the benefit of the doubt, you're gonna be stuck in the same spot. You know what I mean? Like there's people in this industry that I've never met that have done things for me, and I wouldn't trust, people I grew up with. You know what I mean? Like there's people out there who actually really support and want to grow together. And I think that's very important. There are a lot of people out there that don't want to see people grow, man. They don't want to see you grow because they don't want to see you do better than them. And this is definitely not one of those communities.
I think the community we have is, or that it's, of course, I mean, no matter what you do with any community, there's always going to be, your bad seeds and whatnot, But for the is in trouble. Am I in trouble? I better go find out.
No, he said, who's that? Fitz Family Constrictor said, I'm from the Bronx. I don't trust this guy. That's fine, man. Brooklyn guys don't trust people from the Bronx anyway, so don't worry about it. You're fine. Oh, man, that's funny.
I'm going to turn this off for a second. Trying to make the live streams a little bit cleaner. Drinking's one thing, but the other thing's another.
Yeah.
YouTube might hate on me in the long run for that, so that's why.
I just caught the joke. What they say? The one-eyed Big Doug said the one-eyed snake she called Cyclops.
I'm still here, by the way. Just going outside to have a cigarette. I'll turn the
No,
camera back
do your
on.
thing, man. It's all good. I'm reading the comments. Oh man, it's nice to see a lot of different people on here, man. That's pretty cool. I should totally start doing more lives.
Also, yeah, I had to just check in with the wife to make sure I wasn't in trouble. And she was like, yeah, you fucking lied to me about the men's shed. I was like, oh, you're talking about that shit? I was like, okay, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Love you. I know. I mean, she's watching and I'm like, but yeah, I did lie. You're damn right I did. Why? Because I wanted more. And it made her want more too in the long run. So.
Yeah. It's hard, man. It's hard when you have a partner and they don't like what you're doing and you really, really like it's tough, man. It's not easy. Like it's definitely, it's teamwork and whatnot. Like my wife, if she wanted to like grab a snake and like actually hold it, like I don't know, man. She's got to be like in one of the best moods, man. It's not because she's like a bad person, but it's not her thing. It's just not for her.
There's one. No, I'm from New Jersey.
Paranoid as hell.
Paranoid is yeah. I'm not joking. Like I'm telling, like I don't know. She would tell me stuff about New York, New Jersey, and all that, and
Yeah, yeah.
Bloomfield and all that. I'm, if there's a time I don't lock the door, the car, she's like, "What the fuck?" Like she'll trip out. I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, just calm down, calm down."
Yeah, no. Well, Newark. There's parts of Newark that are really rough, man. I mean, I think anywhere you go, you're gonna find bad neighborhoods, but Newark is just one of those places where you're like, damn. Trenton's like that too. Trenton's
Trenton,
like
yeah,
really bad, man. Yeah, Trenton's really bad. Um,
I heard about that. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, for sure. I don't like going to Trenton. Like, there's no reason for me to go to Trenton, like at all. Like, it's a whole nother world over there, to be honest with
it's not so bad in Reno, or technically I live in Sparks, but
you. Yeah, I
it's
mean,
not so.
again, me being in North Jersey, I'm in Patterson, man. And every time you tell people you're in Patterson, like, oh my God, it's so bad, it's so this. Are you kidding me? Like, I live in a private house, man. I'm fine. I mind your business. Like mind your business. Like that's it. Like it's not hard. You know. Yeah. See, look, same here in Chicago. Trust no one. That's right. You know. That's it.
Damn.
It's like that, man. It's rough, man. There's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of people out there that don't want to see you do good, man.
No.
Man, it is what it is.
Damn. But I mean, I still want to go because she talks, because of course Nevada, casinos. So, you know, I
Well, I mean,
gotta
we
head
got
up.
that too. Go to Atlantic City.
That's what I was saying. I gotta go to Atlantic City, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I have to. I feel like
No,
that's
it's
a must.
nice. It's nice. I
And
mean,
she,
it's not going to look as nice as the Strip. I promise you that, but it's nice.
no, Reno Strip sucks. It probably look a lot better than here.
All right.
But maybe I don't know. But she was also talking about the pier or the boardwalk, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I mean. That whole strip is really nice. The pier is like, pier. It's dope, man. I mean, sometimes they do the little shows and stuff on there. It's pretty cool. The last time I went, man, it was so long ago. It was like what did we do? Was it like me and my wife, I think, went for like our anniversary. We just went to go just chill, and it was really nice, man. The whole atmosphere. It's pretty cool. Um, Not something you want to do every day, but to get away, yeah, definitely go to the boardwalk. It's nice out. Why not?
Her voice is out, but for some reason I heard her laughing about what was being said. So I don't know, dude. I'd love to go. I've never been to the East Coast yet. I would love to go one time.
Well, bring your ass. Come hang out. I told you I'm already
Yeah.
2 drinks in.
Oh, I got
I'm
more
actually,
drinks.
like I said, I'm going to Arlington,
Nice.
Texas for the show. I'm actually going with Father Son Reptiles, man. I'm gonna go hang out and probably get drunk, maybe go to Six Flags.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan. Gonna be dope. Oh. You don't get in trouble like for like drinking on the air, right?
No, drinking's
Okay.
one thing. Like I said, the
I don't know
smoking
what
cigarettes is
I don't
one
know what
thing.
you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Well, everyone that watches because trust me, everyone in here that's subscribed to me knows that you can show that. Yeah, though they all know I smoke bud. It's all good. I'm just
Cool.
trying to make the videos more professional by turning off the camera so no one knows what I'm doing.
Exactly. That's exactly what you got to do. I'm not wrong with it.
Got my GED in Patterson. My wife.
Nothing wrong with that. You got something. There's some people out here ain't got shit.
Yo, what's up, Chris Hardwick? How you doing, bro?
Really? That's so. Hardwick's on there?
Yeah, it's my motorcycle session. That's what is one of his other accounts. He,
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah,
subscribed.
yeah.
He subscribed to me on both of those. This one and Chris Hardwick channel.
Hardwick's actually one of the first reptile breeders I actually got into, man, and I really like what he does. I like because he's very different from like his to me the way he does things, the way the trial and error.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a lot. He does a lot of things people are afraid to do, and I really like that. I like when people are different, you know. But I admire. I think I actually I think I was one of the I was on his Patreon, I think, when I first started. I could watch his video, dude. I could watch his videos all day. So, Chris, thank you for everything. Thank you for the intro to the ball pythons. I wanted you to know personally, you actually were one of the people that started it all for me. So, thank you.
Hell yeah, dude. I've had him up here a few times. Not for long though. He never stays long, and it's cool. He usually stays like 5 minutes and then bells out. But fucking just even have him up here was
That's
fucking
pretty cool.
awesome. So
Yeah, I've actually there have been times where I go on live and Billy jumps on just randomly. The first time he ever did that to me, I just like freaked out. I didn't know what to say, and it was just like I was cleaning ASF tubs, like I just cleaning tubs and listening to music. He's like, "Hey," I was just like, I kind of like fanboyed out, but it's cool, man. It's nice, like I said, and growth and support. You know what I mean? I think that's what it stems
yeah.
down to. And it's very
Yep.
important that people who are doing very, very well, and to be honest, man, I feel like are considered gods in the industry, don't forget about the little people. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's cool. You
Yeah.
know?
Hell yeah. I mean, like I got to hang out with Miguel from Always Evolving Pythons. I got to hang out with Chris Hardwick for a little bit, and then last night with Brian Cusco. I was like, you think these people like? My wife's like, they're human beings. Quit putting them on a fucking like pedestal. I'm like, no, like they're up there. I'm
Yeah, no,
down here.
they are, they are. Like,
But yeah, she's like, don't be afraid. She's like, ask him. What's the worst that's gonna happen? And
they say
Miguel
no.
said,
That's it.
yeah. I mean, I was like, cool. And then got them both. And I mean, even when I get people with, I've had a couple people come up here with barely any subscribers or followers on IG. I mean, to me, just meeting anyone that's into the reptile thing is amazing because you get to meet people that have they're thriving for a passion for it, but maybe in a different pursuit than you. Like for me, of course, I'm going to get into breeding, but I want to do projects for, the world's first.
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm not going to mess with Sunset Monsoon. I don't got 20 grand to fucking blow off right now, but to get all that shit going. So, but no, man, like I got plans, but that doesn't mean though either. I want people to realize this. Just because you pair a snake and you're hoping for that to happen does not mean it's going to happen.
Yep.
You better.
This.
It's all about luck.
This is my one and only ovulation going. I could get 4 slugs. You know.
Yeah, anything's possible. So.
I could get 2 baby daddies.
What kind of incubator do you?
I built my own. My own.
Nice.
Heat tape. I bought one of those little fridges, those wine coolers. I gutted it. That was fun. That was amazing. And because I'm not one of those guys that like I don't build things and I don't I'm a manager. Like I tell people what to do. So when I put my incubator together, as a matter of fact, Father Son Reptiles was like, "Hey man, you take out all that stuff from the back. You got to remove all that stuff." I was like, "What are you talking about? No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal." He's like, no, man, that shit's gonna explode. What are you doing? Like, you got to take all that out of there. Sure enough, man, I went in there. I almost killed myself, man. I was cutting all kinds of metal and wire and copper and fumes. I was so high out of my mind. It was insane. But nonetheless, it's clean. It's up and running. Everything's fine. I can hold about six quart tubs, so 6 clutches roughly in the one.
Nice. So the one I got is from Sea Serpents right there.
I almost did that. Yeah.
So that's the one I bought because I don't trust myself with building an incubator where my eggs are reliable of not making it because I did something wrong. Now, I'm not saying you didn't. Me personally, I don't even like my rat racks that I built. I felt like they came out like shit.
Again, I don't build with my hands. That's why my ASFs are in glass 10-gallon tanks. And actually, Hardwick is actually one of the reasons. Again, I built an incubator. You know, he had this this big like soda machine. I was like, are you kidding me? Like I can't even imagine like having the space to put that in my house. You know what I mean?
There's
like,
Chris Hardwick for you right there.
Yeah, man, and it's great. You know, I watched his video. I asked him questions on his live, and yeah, I put it together, man. It was pretty cool. You know, it's fun. You feel more accomplished. Hey Moon, what's going on? You feel real accomplished when you do it, right? And that's something that's very big for me. Like, being that I don't know much. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not just out here putting snakes together because I want to make money. I think everyone who does this to some extent wants to make a little bit of money, but just the fact that you can create living art is to me, it's dope. You know, it's so cool. Like we were just talking, bongo candy clowns. Like, I'll be 6 years out before I make one of those, but I'm going to start from right now, you know, and when I get there and I have one, I'll feel accomplished. It's the same thing with the incubator. To me, it's just one of those things where you want to do right now. Dude, my snakes are sitting on IKEA wire racks with heat tape and heat cable and all that. But I tell you what, they're happy. I have purchased snakes from people who are breeders. My banana clown right now is so underweight. I kid you not. I was worried he was going to die. I'm not going to say who I bought it from. It's neither here nor there. But I'm taking care of it, and it's better now. It's already putting on weight, and I'm not going to have him ready to breed. Probably, it depends. It really depends on how he's doing. But apparently, proven breeder, didn't eat anything past weaned rats or something like that. It's all nonsense, man. You neglect your snake, it's going to be miserable. That's it.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, I feel you. Cause okay, so you brought that up. Like, so do you know the story about my cinnamon mill? Maybe you caught that a little bit last night with Brian Cusco.
I did not. To be honest with you, I actually slept most of the day. I wasn't feeling my best. I caught the end of it.
Okay.
So no, I did not.
So he was our second ball python that we bought together, and he had a bunch of problems. So he had two major different things, and one's what was major to me. It's curable, and the other one, it was something about, like, I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been so long, but they want to euthanize him, and I said, "Fuck you," pretty much. And you can't cuss it. This is over 18. I said it for that. So, now, dude, he's healthy as Knox. Fucking.
You know, it really upsets me because so the one thing that upsets me in this community is people that have the money to buy animals and don't know how to take care of them.
So I actually bought him from someone on Craigslist. It wasn't actually anyone in the community, and the lady was honest with me and my wife. She's like, "Yeah, so I bought the snake, as a juvenile, and he's 4 years old. I bought him for my, I think, 8-year-old son, and then now he was 12 when I got him. and Odin's 4 years now, 5 years old. But like, dude, he was like me, Flacco. He was fucking thin as a motherfucker, and I'm like, like, and then once I fucking threw some fucking food in there, like, dude, he went to town. But they were feeding him one mouse every month, one
Yeah.
mouse, no
You
rat.
know, and that's and again, this is what I mean. Like people, they know that the animals go on fast, so they treat them like that because, in my honest opinion, I think people are just cheap. If you can't breed your own rats or you can't feed your animals on a schedule, man, you shouldn't have animals.
Yep,
Like
that
straight
goes
up,
for anything.
that
Anything, a
goes for
dog,
anything,
cat,
right? Like,
yeah, it doesn't matter, bird,
and
whatever
and
it may be.
and that's a big problem. Like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. As a matter of fact, my deep freezer gave out on me yesterday.
Ooh,
You know what's in there? Ziplocs upon ziplocs upon ziplocs of rodents. So this morning I put everything in one of them little coolers. When I drove my big behind to work, I'm telling you right now, in the fridge at work, I'm sure my boss is not watching. There's rats in my freezer at the job right now. But it's just one of those things where I say to myself, man, I'm really happy that I started breeding ASFs because now I'm at the point where I have enough to feed on that 2 week schedule that I like to go on.
yeah.
Because if that freezer would have gave out a month ago, I'd be screwed, man. You know?
So yeah, no, I feel you, man. Because honestly, I don't do frozen thaw, to be honest with you. I If I'm not going live on the live streams like this, live feeding videos, and that's what I mean.
Yeah,
That's the okay. So here's an example for you. Like, I'm not against frozen thought. I get the idea. I get it 100%.
yeah.
Not anyone that does it. But I did get a ball python when I was going to PetSmart with my wife,
Okay.
and I saw a pinstripe, which I no longer have. I actually gave her away recently to on Uper's channel for a fundraiser to
Nice.
help somebody out, and it was Benjamin Blankenship that won her. Well, when I originally got her, they're like, listen, she was scrawny. She didn't like being touched. Apparently, she bit everybody every time you put your hand in there. The lady was like, hey, if you could pull her out, she's yours for free. Put my hand right in that motherfucker. I was all dink right out, and I put it. My wife is in here still. I put Cleo right up to my face, and her head was right up to my nose. I was like, I thought you guys said this thing was like vicious. I was like, what are you guys feeding this thing? They're all like frozen thawed. I was like, okay, so I'm not going to try frozen thawed method. I went home, threw a rat in there, immediately, bam,
You know,
done.
they have a preference, man. Medusa, my fire, man. When I got her, she was 650 grams. Um, and believe it or not, she was slamming frozen thawed, no problem, slamming it. She hit that 1,000 gram wall. She hasn't hit anything that doesn't have a heartbeat since. If it's not alive, she don't want it. And
Yeah.
I honestly believe that they're picky. One thing that I will say, and Hair Hallow Farm is on here, so just so you know, like Jessica's my idol. She's
Okay.
on there. Hair Hallow Farm is on there. Yeah, I've actually purchased. I want to say it's about six of her snakes. Um, and she's real big into testing for all kinds of diseases and stuff like that. So, what I will say to you guys overall, anybody who's watching, if you need help and you need, you have an animal that you think is sick, reach out to her. She's always willing to help. She's helped me in a few different situations. Like I said, we've discussed that banana clown. And I'm veering now. I'm off topic. I do that. It's very easy to take in like sick animals. You know what I mean? You don't know because you trust people, right? You send someone $600. They send you a snake overnight. Yeah, everything's great, no problem. This thing's in its deathbed,
Yeah.
and your money's gone. You know what
See,
I
and
mean?
I completely understand what you're saying. I see. I don't want to knock any
It's fine.
Small
It's
breed.
fine because you know how
I'm
bad I want to throw out reputable breeders, and I'm not right now because we're on live. Like
right.
the one thing that I've learned is even if it's a reputable breeder, keep quarantine, watch the animal, see like
Yeah.
just watch the animal. Like when I first got the banana clown, I was like, oh my god, it looks, he's beautiful. Like you were just so stunned by the genes and everything else and how calm he was. Then you start to realize his language. He's not calm. He's literally asking for help. Like he's so beat up. Like there's
Yeah.
no food. He's got stuck shed. He's. I was on live one day and he just shat all over me like diarrhea everywhere. And I was like, all right, this isn't normal. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he's been in quarantine. I've been watching him. I think he has worms. So me and Jessica were actually talking about Panicure and some other stuff that's OTC that you could get before you even go to the vet, and ways to administer it into the animals. Um, Really, what you want to do is maybe give it to the livestock and then feed it off to the animals. So I've learned a lot, and she's actually really helped me with that. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was ready to stick a rat and just like, ugh, all right, feed that off, and then you realize I'm like, wait a minute, that's not okay. Like at the end of the day, it's still a live animal. So some people are okay with it, some people are not, and the people who help me out are not. So naturally, I'm gonna support. Yeah, we're not gonna do that because I don't
No,
want to be that guy.
I totally get it, dude. Like, but from my point of view, I honestly think the best way for your ball python, because none of them are aggressive with me. They all eat live, but I believe it's better for their muscle wise with everything with constricting because it fights back. Of
Yeah,
course, I'm not going to let the rat or mouse or ASF bite my snake. I do the love lock. I mean, if it tries to bite it, instead of using tweezers and all that, I'll hold the rat or whatever. I have rats. Hold the rat's head back. But like, if they get a good strike, and they, it fights them a little bit, I feel like it's better for them,
yeah,
to build that, because if I do sell that snake to somebody that, let's just say, I don't know, dude. I feel like pretty much better off me doing is live feedings. I mean, I'm not trying to knock on anyone that does, once again, frozen
yeah.
thought or
I
anything
hear
like
you.
that, but um, I agree with Billy when he says this: do what works best for you.
Exactly.
And honestly, live feedings. I'm sorry, like that sounds horrible, I know, and
No,
that
no, it's
sometimes,
I get it. I get it, and honestly, when I first started, I said, and anybody who really talks to me on a day-to-day basis, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing live feeding. It's too much. It's too much to keep animals. It's too much to do this. It's too much to do that. My rats eat better than I do, first and foremost. Like their diet is like it's impeccable. Like I couldn't touch what they eat when it comes to protein. Trust me. So that's first. Secondly, there's no way you can provide good food for your animals if you're only feeding frozen thawed. Every single one of my animals will eat both without hesitation, apart from Medusa, my fire female. Again, if it's not beating, she won't touch it. But when I tell you they'll eat mice, they'll eat rats, they'll eat ASFs, I'm almost certain they'll eat, baby chicks. Almost certain they will eat anything. Um, and as far as like picky animals, I have one in my whole collection, and that's that Enchi Lesser male. Um, but I've switched pretty much to ASFs, and I'm trying to run through my frozen thawed. Um, and I'm gonna just try to feed, just try to feed frozen thawed going. Excuse me, live going forward, just because it's easier. It's just a lot easier. Like they don't eat, you give them an hour, 2 hours, whatever. It is what it is.
yeah.
Put them out.
I mean, I get the frozen thought though, because some people, I mean, some people don't like it, and I completely get that once again. So, I mean, like, of course, I mean, with the ones I got now, they're going to be pretty much with me until the day I fucking die. So,
Yeah,
uh, as for babies, I probably will try, I'll do more of the frozen thaw method just for that
yeah,
reason. because they will always go back to. I feel like if I'm right, they'll always go back to live. They're not always guaranteed to go back or do frozen. So
Yeah, for the most part they do. I mean, mine do. Again, mine switch back and forth. I have a hatchling clown. I got him. He was on thawed hopper mice. Fed him a hopper ASF, no problem. The following week, frozen thawed. Week after that, live, and he's got a good rotation of both. And if you start him young, I think it's easy. But yes, I agree with you. I think that you can always switch them back. It's the most enticing meal to have them live. So no, I have to agree with you there for sure.
sorry, bike's going by.
That's fine. Let's see. Hardwick said something about changing to cocoa husk substrate. What do you use for substrate in general? What are you doing?
Paper, brown unprinted, nothing on it paper, or I use for the juveniles, I use paper towels.
Yeah,
I was using Eco Earth and then some cocoa husk, but I didn't like a lot of it because of the way it got stuck on live feeding, and like they would eat some of that shit. So I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen horror stories on that, like with the cypress mulch, where they feed and they ingest cypress mulch, and all of a sudden there's a massive like bulge in the stomach somewhere, or like in the throat, because it gets all infected. I all my snakes are in tubs and on paper towels. I'm okay misting through 50 snakes once a day if I have to make sure they sit at that 60, 65 range. If they dip to 50, they're not going to die. A spritz will get them right back up and they'll be good to go. And that's actually what I do. Like I have a regimen. I get up a specific time. I spray them, and that's the one spray they get for the day. If I come into the room and I feel that the humidity is a little bit drier, I just know already. I've had snakes for 17 years. This is actually the first year I start breeding. So I don't need the gauges and stuff like that anymore. I used to. I used to every tub, every tank I had, any enclosure had a gauge for humidity when it came to ball pythons, and now I can stick my hand in the tub and I know, all right, this is a little too dry, or this is too moist, and then I'll change paper towels. It is what it is.
What's up, Flexen?
I like paper towels personally because I can see everything. I'm real big. Like I always check urates. I always check poop. Sometimes, believe it or not, like I compare. Like if they're the same age, males, like I'll compare to see what's what. See if there's anything different in growth or things like that. Whatever, maybe a little bit weird, but I feel like it saves me a vet bill, so I do it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to do whatever works best for you.
Exactly. That's it. Whatever really works for you. I think that's the key right now. Transitioning to feeding live, I'm starting to learn that breeding your own rats is a lot cheaper than buying rats every week, every 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Like,
oh yeah,
it's insane. And out here, man, there's only like one real reputable shop. And if you're in North Jersey, like everyone knows what store it is, and it's fine. It's just prices go up, man. When you're the only store, that means there's demand.
Yeah.
You get to run the price. It's your game.
They pretty much, and they get to choose what they want, for you to pay. I mean, there's no competition and demand's high.
And this is what I mean. And then when you buy live, like the live rats I'm producing versus the live rats that I'm purchasing, the stench on the live rats that I'm purchasing, that smell is so horrid. Like there are times where I feel like I was feeding my snakes just a ball of piss. Like the stench was so bad.
From the live feeding for breeding your own rats?
From what I was buying. No, from what I was buying. The live rats I was buying. They just smelled so bad. And I honestly, I had to stop. Like I had to stop buying rats. I mean, for one, it was like $6 a rat. You know what it is to pay $6 a rat for a small rat? Then you got that's
You want to talk about
every
that? Okay, so sadly, my wife went to bed. I was spending $12 to $15 on a small. A medium would cost me anywhere from $15 to $18, and a large would cost me 18 to 21. And if I wanted, I'm like, fuck this shit. Like when we only had the seven, I was easily spending like $120 a week. Now I'm like, I'm breeding my own rats, and not only that, I feel more secure breeding my own rats because I know what they eat. I know
exactly
what's going on with them.
exactly, and that is exactly how I feel. Like my ASFs, they eat so good. They got mealworms. I buy mealworm by the pound, anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds every time I buy. Missouri F6, they're black sunflower oil. You know what I mean? Like, occasionally I'll buy, like, if I can find them on sale with no salt, peanuts. Sunflowers out of the shell, like wild
So
bird seed.
I do the Missouri, but I do make my rats eggs like once a month. I'll make them
Yeah,
scrambled
there's nothing
eggs.
wrong with that. Yeah,
I'll give them like raw pastas. I'll give them strawberries, blueberries. At least twice a week I give them a treat, but once a month I give them like a good feast.
yeah. What I'm gonna start doing, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna start this weekend. I'm gonna start doing a little bit of apple cider vinegar
Nice. What's
in the
up,
water.
solid? Yeah.
Yeah, just maybe half a teaspoon per 8 ounces of water, and just run that through the colonies and the grow outs, and just to kill whatever, if there are germs, just to kill a couple of germs, and go from there. It's going to be the same thing with the panicure, the apple paste. I'm
Hmm.
going to go ahead and take that, and I'm going to dilute that, and I'm going to put some of that in the water, and I'm just to try something different. The worst that's going to happen is the rats aren't going to take to it. You'll know.
Hmm.
Like they're smart. You'll know if they're not drinking water. They go through it every day.
So I want to do something for you right now, because I know he's still watching. Chris Hardwick, I am going to drop the link. If you could just come up here, say hi to Boom, and
Oh man, that'd be
leave.
great. That'd make my night. My wife actually just texted me. She's like, "Oh my God, Hardwick is watching you," and I'm just like, "I know, I know.
I know.
I've been so excited."
So here's the link. Anyone can join, by the way, but I'd really like to see Hardwick at least say hi.
That'd be
Like this,
awesome.
this dude loves your ass. I mean, a lot. Once again, I mean, I love you too. No homo.
Yeah, no, he's awesome, man. He really is. Flex and Python said, "You acting like this is soup kitchen." No, man, it's cool. You guys, if you guys want to jump on, man. We're chilling. We're enjoying the night. It's beautiful out.
Hell yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah, I mean,
my boy Father Son Reptile should be on here, man. He need to get on. Did he leave? Where is he at? He's here somewhere. Jessica should jump on too, man.
ODGC Exotics. What's up, man?
You go.
Yeah, dude. Like, Chris Hardwick's really cool, though.
Yeah, I think they're
Yeah.
all cool, man. Honestly, I think that's again. I think it's great. It's pretty cool.
I mean, I don't know how active he is on IG. I don't even know if he has an IG, to be honest with you.
No, I don't think he does. I think from what I know, I think it's just YouTube. I mean, I could be wrong, but pretty sure it's just YouTube.
Yeah, hair follow farm. You're more than welcome. Anyone, I dropped the link for
Uh,
anybody. I
Well,
was just
yeah,
saying, Chris.
yeah, jump on, man. Why not? It's my
I
idol.
was
That's
just
my other idol. I actually have to get back to the motorcycle edit. Oh man. Jessica says she can jump on if he can't. It's cool, man. Hardwick jumping on would have made my night, but I'll take my other mentor. That's fine too. Jessica's awesome, man. She's really cool. She really strives for that needle-free community with her boas and everything else across with ball python. It's arena for boas. She's just dude, she's a wizard when it comes to figuring out like diseases in animals, man. She really is, and it's pretty admirable.
Oh yeah. Still pouring my drink.
Oh man, I'm almost done with cup number three. I'm scared to get up. My daughter's in the other room. She's gonna be like, "Daddy, you're all right." Oh man.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be famous reptile YouTubers in this community. Go check out my Brian Barczyk interview. Yeah, I'll jump on BPL for Christmas. All right, cool. Hell yeah, I'm gonna mark you down then 100%.
I don't sound
Chris,
bad. Yeah. Hardwick said
Chris.
he's just got YouTube. Yeah. I'll jump on BPL for Christmas. Oh man, that's pretty cool. I'll be here.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty dope, man. I'll jump on him.
Okay, flexing.
All right. It's that kind of party. Oh man. But yes,
So, since
jumping
you,
up.
some of the people you said you know, and they're gray in the channel, they're not blue. The reason why is because I don't make everyone blue, just because you never know.
Yeah, yeah, no, I hear you.
I did. Thank you, Derek. Hell yeah. Um, I had Brian Cusco last night. That shit was legit. And I did ask him if he would come back on. He said yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean, it's not
I
going to
find
happen.
I
It's not going
find
to
him to
happen.
be so down to earth, man. That's so cool.
Yeah. I mean, he goes live with anybody. You just got to ask him, and he'll tell you a day. It might not be like, hey, yeah, next week. And for me, when I asked him, he was like, hey, yeah, in like a month and a half, cool. I'm like, yep, that's cool with me.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. You know, I mean, I'm one of those guys, man. Hey, man, I appreciate the text back, man. Thank you.
I mean, even having like, Derek's Reptiles up here, he's been up here plenty of times, to my Animal House, the shirt I'm wearing tonight, to Iron Dog Reptiles, like uh, Fitz Family Constrictors, Youper. I've been live with him a couple of times, good handful. Like it's a good community, man, and the reptile community, I feel like is actually growing stronger and tighter between everybody, and that's what everybody needs, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you keep leopard geckos, bearded dragons, ball pythons, anacondas, retics, boas, whatever. We're all in the same boat.
Yeah, no, I agree.
We got to come one united community where we could all, like, once again, I'm about ball pythons. That doesn't mean I know everything.
Yeah.
But if we keep building a community for everybody, like,
Yeah.
and let's just say you get a rattlesnake. I don't have a rattlesnake, but I know people that do, that could easily help you.
Yeah. I admire retics, and I just won't get one because of the sheer size.
Oh, I want one, dude. I totally want one,
Yeah,
or a bird,
I
but I
want one
can't.
too. I want one too, and
So
I know that.
I can't have either, but I can have an Asian water monitor. So that is definitely on my list once we move out. My wife doesn't like the idea, but I told her she could kick rocks. It's gonna happen, but I'm not gonna live feed them ever. Everything will be like fruits, vegetables, meat, whatever it may be, but it will never be a live feed.
Yeah, I've always wanted a green iguana. That's something I've always wanted. I mean, I admire them, but the demand for what they need is just so high, with work and the kids and just life. I feel that that's an animal. It's not going to happen for me. Just the space alone. But I've always wanted one. And it is what it is.
I didn't say that because she just went to sleep. I'm like, that's funny though. But no, like, she knows it. She doesn't like the idea because, I mean, she knows the bite force of the Asian water monitor. She knows it could fuck up my youngest boy, probably my 8-year-old, and definitely my 4-year-old, 5-year-old now. Easily fuck him up, and maybe the 8-year-old. But I feel like if you don't feed them live, they're like pretty mellow. They are pretty mellow.
less aggression, possibly.
Possibly. But if you try to like get, and the moment you get a live feeding though, like cold-blooded monsters, I don't know if you heard about him,
Yeah.
but he was one of my co-hosts at one point, and he had he has a croc, dude. He has a couple of crocodiles, and he never, I believe, live feeds that thing at all, so he could hold it. Like, you know how badass that would be to hold your.
I got a buddy in Florida. You know what? I'm gonna find the video. I got a buddy in Florida. He actually owns 2 alligators, and he built the pond for them out in Jack's. And he feeds them just pork chops and tenderloins, man. And they come right up to him, and he pets them, no problem. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's like this crazy, the middle of Florida, like his neck's red. But when I tell you he built this pond with 8-foot fences, yeah, he's got 2 alligators in his backyard. And they eat pork chops and chicken, but nothing live. In the same pond, he's got those soft shell turtles. And he's got about, 2 females and 1 male. No issues. They breed year round. A friend of mine, Ashley, that lives out in Texas, actually ended up with 3 of them, 3 of the babies. And the babies actually made their way to a restaurant out in Arlington, if I'm not mistaken, Arlington or Dallas. But nonetheless, the alligators themselves, man, I mean, they're huge. They're not dwarves. They're monstrous 8-foot alligators. Nice. And it's amazing when you get something, so small, and you train it the right way. Like he handled it on the regular. He, again, never fed it live. Never, not once. The thing's massive. Walks around the property like it runs the joint. Doesn't attack anybody. The daughter, the wife, the other co-workers. Nothing. No problem. And it's amazing. You know what I mean? Like I could never see myself wanting an alligator. I think they're beautiful, but I respect them. But hey, man, to each their own. That's the only. He gave up ball python breeding. Like his wife gave him an ultimatum: you either do the breeding, or the alligators go. And he actually gave up the breeding to keep the alligators.
Damn. Okay, yeah. That's cool though. Nothing wrong with that.
No, that was his thing. He said, no, whatever. It is what it is. He gave that up, and and he still has them till this day. Till this day, he still got the 2 alligators. It's just crazy. 2 females, big females. So it's nuts, man. Again, if you have the space, you never know. You know what I mean? This guy had like 8 acres of land. It's a different ball game. But I can't see myself doing no alligators. I went to the reptile shop out here, and one of those what is it, black and white tegus. I went to grab one, man, and it like alligator rolled on me. I was like, yeah, no, that's enough of that.
I don't know. I wouldn't click I don't know. Normally though, when you click on the link in the chat, it takes you right to live stream. That's weird. I don't know what's going on.
You had me copy and paste the link.
Right.
Actually, you know what? I can just send her the link, right?
Yeah. Google Chrome though. Make sure that is, because that's when it uses. It doesn't use the Safari or doesn't really work on those.
I might be able to help her out because I know I got the link in my DMs from you. So if I copy that. Yeah, so Jessica, if you copy and paste the link into your Chrome, I just sent you the link to your DMs. If you copy that link and put it in your Chrome, I guess it'll come right up.
Oh yeah.
And I gotta get out of this apartment, man. It's like need more space, man.
Okay, ODGC just joined and then bailed out.
Is that right?
Fixing to go get Boom that
Pythons. I'd
Insta
appreciate
follow.
that, man. I really would. Is he on there? I think he. Hold on. I think I do follow him already. Let's check. Yeah, I do follow him already. I do follow Flexin for sure.
Just subscribe to each other on YouTube as well.
Yeah. I know part of the reason I follow him is because he's a vet. I'm real big with vets, man. I mean, I respect what you guys do for the country, man. It's braver than me, man. I tell you that much. He said, "Psych, already following." Yeah, man. Well, Flexin, thank you for your service, man. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, dude.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. One thing I can't stand is these stupid reels, man, on Instagram. Just keep TikTok away from it. I don't. It's not for me, man. I don't know. Like I see Reptile reels, and I'm really happy. And then I see like those catfish, where the girl's like missing teeth, and then she like does this whole. There she is. She's here. There's our people.
You gotta do reels though. That's what they're pushing so
No,
hard on Instagram right now. It's crazy.
whatever. That's not for me. You know
I
what?
have
No
a video
Reptile
so
reels is
dumb. It's got 1.25 million or maybe 1.4 million views for no fucking reason at all.
No, but you see, this is my problem. I see stuff like this. Like I don't want it. Like, what? Come on, man. Like this is not okay. Like, look. Can you just look? Like I don't want to see that.
Well, okay, so you don't have to do the trends that don't make sense for
No, so then
reptiles,
I can't even not like I don't know, whatever. I'm turning this shit off. I don't know. No.
Did you watch that MJ Exotics Cartel video with JP Reptiles Canada, where JP was talking about reels, and all he does now is reels?
Yeah.
The algorithm is just pushing reels in a way that it doesn't push a picture. It might show like half of your subs a picture, and then 1 or 2 extra people, and then it just goes away. But a reel will just like go wild by itself. That's the only reason to do it. Even if it's like a reel that's basically a picture, just like 2 or 3 seconds of the same snake, that'll be pushed more than the same picture of the same snake.
Well, it's funny that you say that because on my YouTube, I did that. I had like those short, they call them the beta videos or whatever.
Right. It's
and
like YouTube.
And like my king snake has like a couple of 100 views versus the stuff that I put out that I actually take my time and is actually informative. No one looks at.
Yeah, no. Yeah. It's partly because people are really dumb now and they want the least amount of thought in a piece of content. They just want to react.
Don't get me started on that. A lot of people will leave here. I'm telling you right now. A lot of people will leave if I tell them how I feel about the human race.
It's okay. But if you show them a picture of a cute snake next to a banana and it looks like a banana, maybe that'll make them like snakes more. So it's okay to like, to some extent, dive down to the lowest common denominator if you can lift some of them back up again.
Yeah.
And like have a chance to educate them a little further. Like that stupid video that I have that's going viral. It's about testing for crypto in a corn snake too. So it's dumb. But then you can go down, if they read a little bit, they'll learn what crypto is. I don't know. Fuck it. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Get it.
Yeah.
You can't get me to do a TikTok. You can't get me to do it, man.
All right.
My kids love that. I look at my kids. My kids sit on this all day. I can't do it.
The hard part is when it's like a joke that's so meta and TikTok-like that it's not even funny to anyone else from the outside. You're like, what is this joke about? I don't even know. I don't know.
It's my daughter's. What did you do today? Oh, I played on TikTok. That's not playing. Go outside. Go break your leg or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, like go do something, man.
Right.
I remember when I was a kid, I was drinking quarter juices and squashing it and sticking it in my back tire, and I was on a motorcycle.
Yeah. It's hard with kids now because, like, yes, they should go outside and do stuff, but like all of their social life is online. So if you like just cut them off, would they be ostracized at school anyway? This isn't anything to do with reptiles anymore, but I don't know. I don't know how to raise children. I have one. He's basically retarded, so it's fine.
My kid teaches me, man. I didn't know how to pick an avocado till my daughter was what? On TikTok. Yeah, you couldn't get me to pick a ripe avocado at gunpoint.
Right.
At gunpoint, I could not pick an avocado.
Did you just
my daughter? My daughter would have come. She'd be like, "This is perfect, Dad."
Yeah. Well,
I pick them, they're like rocks.
TikTok
was good. Leave them there for like 3 or 4 days.
And the TikTok thing. So yes, I made an account. It got banned.
Oh no.
I made a second account. This time I'm just not going to respond to people that I don't know. That way, because each time I respond to somebody, they block that shit. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't talking to nobody unless I know them.
See, I don't get, and that's what, and again, and this is what I mean by support each other, right? This is my point. Like, you take the time to do these things, whether they're educational. I mean, I don't know many people that want to be Jake Paul, but like, you want to go out and like be educational and teach, and then you say one bad thing and you're wrong. You're wrong for defending yourself.
Everything on TikTok I dropped was a live feeding, so I got nothing but hate from that. So it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with focusing your attention on TikTok is you want to drive traffic to your Morph Market or your Instagram or something. So Instagram is you rather would make a reel on Instagram to drive people to your like link tree with your Morph Market account than just make funny things on TikTok just for views. So I don't know. I don't know how good each one is for like promoting your brand, but if you're already doing well on Instagram, you might as well make reels instead of TikTok.
I try to focus more.
I'm gonna do that, and I'll be on TikTok and watch. I already know it, and I'll be here like, oh no, it's great, it's the best thing ever.
Right. But no, I try to focus on the YouTube more than anything. I really don't post that much on IG. I truly don't. But when I do the reels, though, yeah, I'm shocked. I'm like, damn. I'm like, how do I get thousands of views with 400 followers?
Because they want to see if they can make that work on that platform. So they just like let it loose and they push it and push it. Now, YouTube's good too. It's good because you can have like long form content where somebody can like, I don't know, be cleaning tubs, taking care of rats, and just stick that on the background too. Yeah.
I feel like I don't post enough to YouTube. There's so much that happens here. Like the ovulation today, I could have made a quick video and just threw it on there and just a tutorial. You know what I mean? Like, just, hey, look, this is what you're looking for. You know, and I didn't. You know, and then she's there with her tail all sucked up, and I'm still sitting here like.
No, it's fine. There's such like a I don't know. It's very easy to make a 20-second reel on Instagram. It takes no time, or a picture. It's a lot more work on YouTube, clearly. So like the burden of work is just a little higher. So it's okay not to put everything on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because you still might only get 200 views anyway early on.
Yeah.
Because you just don't have the traction yet.
I think what I want to work on within the next couple of months is going to be the online marketing.
Yeah.
I want to work on that, and the reason I mean, a lot of people don't use Facebook, but I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of breeders out there that I know that are still on Facebook and do fairly well.
Yeah, I think it just depends on if they're like, so like there's a way to drive traffic back to your page if you just post from your page to like one of the ball python groups, like World of Ball Pythons or whatever. So there's a built-in market that's already there that can be driven back to your page. So it's only a way to do it too. Like a lot of people are like famously just on Facebook, like Bob Vu. He's like very Facebook centric and not Instagram. But man, I don't know. I don't have that many followers either, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But I don't know. What you need to do is find the people who would want to buy snakes from you, whichever way you feel like you can do that. There. Yeah. So if you have 100,000 followers in India, it doesn't help you at all. So like having big numbers doesn't necessarily help. It's you want the people who actually will be able to
interact. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like you said, you can get paid off. It's like, Animal House said, you can get paid off of YouTube. You can make money off of it once you start, having the content that people want to see and people keep tuning in and all that stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. But
All,
even
all,
like, did you see Miguel when he was talking with Chris Eaton about like pulling back from that part of the market? Did the Snakes and the Fat Man interview with Miguel? He was like, he's basically, even though he could make, an okay income off of YouTube monetization, he's choosing to do less videos because he doesn't want to engage with the viewership that is not his core audience, like the people who would actually buy a snake from him. So instead of doing live feeding videos or whatever, which now he does just on his Patreon, he just does sort of more like breeder focused stuff. And he says he's happier. He gets less stuff flagged and taken down. And I think, and if Miguel has that opinion, then that's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ODGC, welcome, bro.
Welcome. What's up? How y'all doing?
Good.
Good,
That's how I want my background to look next year. You see that? That's what I want it to look like next year. Nothing from there is purchased at IKEA.
You need to sell some snakes, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we have 48.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we should be having 18 going this year. The end of this year, we'll start pairing. I've already started pairing some, just because I got some males that are just masters. They'll breed whatever you put them to. So I have already been pairing some. But most of them I'm going to be waiting just because most of them males that I've got, I want them to get at least 600-700 grams before I start pairing them because they're going to see multiple females. But like I said, usually I'm asleep. Shoot, it's like 12:30, 1:45 here. I was still up. I saw that you was on. Went and looked, and daughter was asleep on the couch. I said, okay, well, I'll get on then.
Yeah, man. This is, like I said, it's my first live, so this is pretty cool to be able to jump on. I mean, I think this is the first time that me and Jessica have actually interacted on live, and I bug her probably every day. Every day I'm asking her something, like every day, and like I said, I've purchased 6 animals from her that I'm gonna raise to breed and probably never gonna get rid of, just because of the background and care and how good the animals actually are. Like I don't have one animal that has given me an issue with health, with feeding or anything like that. These are the animals I want to raise to breed. I told you earlier, I purchased some animals that I'm like, wow, what the hell did I do?
Yeah.
I could have totally avoided this, but it is what it is.
What you got?
What do you got there?
It's just a pastel calico, but she is a really good representation.
Yeah, that calico gene is something else.
I think it's so underrated, man.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Father Son Reptiles has a powerhouse male. I forget what it is, but it's got calico. But my goodness, this thing is like, it's phenomenal. Like, I think it's a 4 or 5 gene male, and he's gonna start breeding it. I think this winter, but it's one of those animals where you'd be proud to run it through the whole lineup.
There's a female on my local Craigslist, female fire orange dream, spider calico, and it's over 1,100 grams, and the guy's wanting 650 or best offer, and I'm just, I don't have any orange dream yet, and I want orange dream, ultra male, spot nose. Those are the 3 that I really want to add right now. If I had the money, which, if I wanted to spend the money, I'd add a puzzle right now, but puzzle is going to be the new clown. I mean, listen to Ozzy Boys. Puzzle is going to be the new clown. I mean, as soon as you can afford to get into it for sure.
Yeah, I like that. And I can't get over how much, like I was saying, I love Bongo and Trick. I want
Yeah.
to work with both of those. My Bongo male will be here. I mean, he won't be ready to breed for maybe 8 or 9 months, but
Yeah.
Bongo. So I woke up one morning and I was like, Bongo Candy Clown. I was like, that I don't care. 6 years, 5 years, 7 years. I just woke up. I woke up, I shot out of bed, and I was like, Bongo Candy Clown. Like
Yeah.
I have to make it, and I will. Like I've already started targeting specific, snakes, and whether it's male or female or whatever the case is.
Well, that's what it's about. I mean, you got to have a goal. If you don't have a goal, if you don't have a plan, what's the point? I mean, you're just gonna breed the big girls that you can get for what, you know? I mean, you got to have a plan. I mean, there's got to be a future, or if not, then you should only have one or two animals, and you're just doing it for the hobby of doing it.
Correct. I wanna take clown, and I wanna work the lights and the darks.
Yeah.
I like. We were just talking about it before. Vanilla Scream clowns. That's something I want to work. Some people don't like pastel and clown. I love it. Jessica can't stand it. She'll tell you. She's like, "Fuck that! Like, don't even waste the clown." Like, what's wrong with
It's
you?
funny. It's funny because I was watching one of Justin's or one of his shows, and he was talking about how he had gotten rid of most of his pastel. And then I watched another show, and he was like, "Well, it's amazing what Desert Ghost does with pastel."
Yeah,
So,
I love pastel, man.
it's just finding the genes that work together. I mean,
Yes.
yes, some are going to work together, some aren't. I mean, and then just, breed what's going to work and don't try to mix the stuff together that's not.
Yeah, that's it. And then again, like I keep preaching Bongo. I don't have the male yet, but I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah.
That's like, man. My kids are actually in the other room. Like my wife just texted me. She's like, "Hey, I just I just told Kaylee to go take a shower." I was like, "Oh, oops." I I totally forgot. I'm in dad mode this weekend. But they're cool, man. They're over there like having ramen and anime and just relaxing.
Oh,
So that calico I was telling you, it's a pastel Enchi leopard calico.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, like it is, and it's not to toot any horn. It's fucking breathtaking.
Yeah.
Like it is so beautiful. Like the way, and I thought at first I was like, that's spider, right? I'm like, that's. He was like, no, the webbing, the way it all works, it looks like a spider.
Oh, wow.
And it's not. It's a beautiful animal. It really is. I mean, it's so,
I got the Spider Orange Dream Inchy pinstripe, and that thing to me looks amazing too.
Yeah.
I don't have anything with calico though.
Yeah, no, I don't have calico. I want to work calico. I want to get some leopard spot noses, obviously. That's the target for me as far as the female goes.
Calico makes like a great clown.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you saw Character Myers like calico spot nose yellow belly clown. It basically looks like it has red stripe in it.
Yeah, see,
This is a calico leopard spider.
Beautiful. Yeah. My bumblebee male. Well, he's got such a bad wobble. Like it's so bad. But when I tell you, I've never seen like when you put him with a female, like he's a breeder. Like he's completely focused. Once you put him in with a female, it's like he's hardwired. There's no more wobble. He locks up. Great animal. Apart from that, he's just so happy to see you. He doesn't know what he's doing. Like it's and again, and I said that earlier. It's learning the snake's behavior. Is the wobble bad? Does it bring down the sale? Yes, at times it does. Will I breed spider? Yeah, I will, but it's because I want specific things. Like I want a Black Widow. You know, it's something I want from my collection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like super. I like not super. Excuse me. I like fire bees. I don't have a fire bee. I have a bumblebee, but I want a fire bee. Why? Because I want one. I'd make my own.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it is what it is. But when you learn to realize, like my bumblebee, like he loves to be handled, but he can't control the excitement. So he like goes in circles and circles until he finally calms down and he realizes everything's okay, and then he's fine. Then there's no wobble. It's like completely gone. Same thing he does when he's breeding. You put him in the tank, he sees the female, lays all over her. There's no more wobble, none. And I probably won't breed any more spiders after him. Like he'll probably be my only spider, gene carrying snake that I'll breed. But it's only because I know he's a good breeder. Like he's been proven multiple times, from the breeder I got him from. But yeah, I will do things. I mean, I want to work spider into albino, and black pastel, and just try a whole bunch of different things, but it'll primarily come from him. Like I'm not going to have a whole bunch of spider males in the collection, just because I can make them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have any spider. I don't have any male spiders. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was saying like I avoid spider not because I don't think it's beautiful or that some people would like it, but I would like every one of my snakes to be picked up by any potential customer without a particular bias. So it's almost just a part of the marketing aspect where it's fine, but I can make a similar looking thing with maybe some other gene combos so that I don't necessarily need it to be happy. So I don't.
Yeah. Now let me ask you guys a question. Have you guys noticed that specific genes, when mixed with the spider, actually kill off that wobble? Have you guys noticed that at all?
It's just blackhead.
It's just blackhead?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then it looks very much like a normal. So it's
because my lesser pewter bee, she like, and yes, it could be just because I own her. She has no wobble.
That's totally possible. Like the sort of neural divergent effect of the melanin reduction has different, like a range to like basically none to a lot. So that's fine, but you can't select for none or a lot by pairing a particular parent.
The thing with me with spiders is, to me, if you know what you're looking for, it's in 99% of them. It may be very mild, and it may only be when they're feeding, or it may only be when you first open the tub, because some of them will have their head back like this. But as soon as the tub comes open, they're fine.
Yeah.
But to me, I mean, 99% of them, if you know what to look for, you're gonna notice a little bit of off with them.
Yeah.
So, really quick, what's up, Esther? What's up, KNC? Later, Moon over Miami and Far Out Exotics, and welcome back, Iron Dog. If you haven't left, maybe you came back. I don't know.
Hi or bye. Yeah, I think it's fine, but I think it's in the category now of like a full scaleless animal almost. Where like some people love it, some people don't love it. It's fine if you want to work it, but you got to know you're narrowing your potential customer base, which you almost are for any morph, because that's just what people like or don't like. Yeah.
I don't see. I don't know. I mean, yes, there are some genes you gotta, of course, watch out for to not breach the spider. I get that. Yeah. As for just the spider gene itself, I don't see it as bad as people put it out to be. I do have one with a head wobble, and I have one with no head wobble. I don't see. I mean, they both eat well. They both live well.
Oh, my spiders are my best eaters.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
It's like spiders and normals are the best eaters, it seems like.
Yeah, it's less about the actual animal and more the marketability. Just like cinnamon is less favored to black pastel. So if you were going to like make a collection based on something, you just, for marketability, you might want to pick black pastel for that combo instead of cinnamon if you have equal choice.
Well, that's what I got. Yeah, that's what I got going on right now with that Bumblebees, the black pastel, and their albino. And
Right.
that's
And I have
that's the
cinnamon in
combos
all
I'm
of my
working.
collections, so it's fine. Cinnamon's fine. Spider's fine. But like you're making a choice which way you want to go.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have 3 different ones that have cinnamon in them as well. Like I've got a plain cinnamon vanilla, and then a cinnamon spider pinstripe.
Yeah, and I think cinnamon looks actually very good in like the allelic cinnamon inchy combo, almost better than the black pastel version. That's one of the few times I think cinnamon beats black pastel. I don't know. It's fine. I like them all. They're cool.
Well, guys, I don't mean to cut you guys short, but I got my kids in the living room and it's Daddy's weekend, so
Appreciate you coming on, man.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Hey, it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, guys, it was a pleasure. We could do this again. I like this. This was a lot of fun. So whenever you want to invite me, I'm here.
Hey, just hit me up on IG. Just tell me the date you want to come back up, and we'll make it happen.
Yeah, man, that's cool. You got to get Jessica on. Get her to talk about all that. I'm telling you, educate a lot of people out here, man. I'm telling you, it's a lot. You don't realize there's a lot of snakes out there that I was like, hey, I'm gonna pick this up. Just like, do some homework on this first.
We're gonna come outside for a little change of scenery real quick.
Did everything just like freeze up? Is everything like?
Oh no.
No.
Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
No, I see you moving. I see everyone moving. You're good.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Okay. My screen just froze.
But yeah, dude, I appreciate you coming out or hanging out tonight, and fucking dude, I appreciate this being your first live stream.
Oh yeah, man, this was great, man. I had a lot of fun. I'm a little tipsy, so it's fun. Had a good time. I got my one. I'm gonna babysit my one fire female. Now she's like all concave and all that other good stuff. So it's cool, man. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for egg cutting day. It's gonna be fun. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
If I got it timed right, I'll actually be in Arlington when the eggs are in the incubator. So it's pretty cool.
Sweet, dude. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna be a nervous wreck, but whatever. It is what it is.
You going to Six Flags, all right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're probably gonna do Six Flags. We're gonna do some fishing. I've never been to Texas, so that's gonna be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how they feel about us Spanish folk, but I know there's a lot of Mexicans out there, so whatever.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, sure.
Just don't go to the Alamo. It could get dicey.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Whatever. I just want tacos and just go see snakes, man. That's it. That's it. I don't want no trouble, man. Just point me to where the tacos is. I'm in my business, man. I'm good with that. All right. All right, guys. Well, nice talking to you. Nice meeting everybody.
All right.
Have a good day. I'm off, man. I'm done.
Later.
Good night.
Good night.
Hell yeah.
All right.
That was tonight's guest.
Thanks for having me on. I'm gonna get off here too. My kid is watching TV now.
Totally fine. Thank you for joining. Like you said, hit me up. I'm ball.python.love on IG. I couldn't do the ball python love. I had to put a dot in between. So if you ever want to be a guest, hit me up. Yeah.
Thank you.
About whatever.
All right. See ya.
Oh yeah. And dude, thank you as well. I'm not ending the show here. I'm actually dropping a link. I at least go minimum 2 hours. And I got 20 minutes to kill at least. If not, I'll go longer too. It all depends on who joins, what's going on. Iron Dog,
No, you're cool.
You're listening in the background. So
I can hang out for a little bit.
So you want to show something in the collection that or is
Well, let me finish this cigarette and I'll get back inside.
Yeah. Okay.
We
So
changed scenery. All this is rat racks behind me.
I see that. Yeah. No, I see that.
Uh,
That's a
I don't
lot of rat
smoke in my
rats.
house. I don't smoke in my house, so we're out in the garage right
Same.
now.
I don't smoke inside. Well, I smoke the devil's lettuce inside. I don't smoke. I smoke my cigarettes outside.
I got you.
So
But yeah, we can go in. I mean, and if we're still going to go on Thursday, that's fine. I figure Thursday we can do some live feedings. I don't know how many people is watching right now, but I have probably at least around 20 of our snakes that need names. And
okay.
so what I thought about doing is letting some of the viewers name some of the snakes sometime, either tonight or maybe Thursday night. I mean,
Honestly, yeah.
obviously,
That's a
it'll have to be a respectful name. I mean, I am a family man with 3 kids, and as long as it's not a name that we already have a snake named as, we could let some of the viewers name some of the snakes.
No, that's awesome, dude. Like my wife does all the naming for all our ball pythons, but once again, I'm married and 2 kids as well. So yes, please, family orientated when it comes with the names.
If anybody be interested, when I go back inside, we could do that with a few people.
I'm still here. I'm not. I didn't leave.
No, you're good.
My camera's off, but I'm checking it on the devil's lettuce in the grinder.
That's understandable. Yeah, we just had a newborn. She'll be 2 months this Tuesday. So she was asleep, and my 14-year-old daughter was asleep on the couch, and the girlfriend's 8-year-old son's with his dad for the weekend. So I was up, and I said, well, I'll see if I can jump on. Last night I tried to jump on, but every time I would hit the link, it wouldn't do nothing. And I was like, huh? And then tonight I was watching it in bed, and I hit the link, and it actually popped up with me in bed. And that's when you were like, oh, what happened to you? And I was like, well, let me go ahead and get up and see what's going on with everybody. And if everybody's asleep, then I'll set up and jump on for a second.
Oh yeah. Dude, I saw you. Yeah, no, I added you to the live stream, and then you bailed out, and I was like, okay, maybe something's going on.
No, I was literally laying in bed, and like I said, I tried to last night, and it didn't work. And I tried hitting, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I don't know how to work this stuff. I'm 41 years old. I mean, YouTube and all this stuff is pretty new to me. I mean, I've had this channel. I think my oldest videos on my channel is 5 years old. Have some miniature schnauzer videos on there, but I mean, I never did nothing with it. I ain't even tried really making videos until a couple months ago. I figured, what the heck?
I take you do live fittings as well.
I do. I just made a video actually, and just posted to my channel, of me doing live feedings with all the snakes. Kind of why I do live feedings. I mean, when you have that many, frozen thaw is just not an option. I mean, I'm sorry. I do have a couple that I have to pre-kill and just lay in there. I usually just wake the snake up and lay it in front of its face. And when I get through everybody, I go back and, when I check on them, it's gone. But you can watch the video if you want to. It's about 35 minutes long. Most of the snakes take it right out of my hand. I mean, I've got the tub right in front of the camera, reaching down with the rat, snake coming up, bam. I don't use tongs.
I don't use tongs either.
I let the snake take it out of my hand. I mean,
have you seen my channel on live feeding?
Yeah, I've watched some of your videos. Oh yeah.
So I mean,
I've been using that way before I ever heard of it with you. Will from the Dragon Whisperer told me about it, and I was like, dude, I've been doing that for years. I mean, to me, it's just like you see the rat try to bite me. Like I said, I've always fed with my hands. So me, it's reach down there and you grab the rat.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you grab him by the back of the head, you pull him back until he quits kicking.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done I've done that myself for a long time. So, but I thought it was cool that you dubbed that name though. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was thinking of a name for the longest time. I got to give a huge shout out once again to Iron Dog in my Animal House. Justin, in my Animal House, though, he is the one that came up with it, and they would joke about it on their live streams here and there, and like, it's really cool to see people like, okay, like, and help me and be like, yo, hey, you should call it this, and I was like, all right, love luck, all right, trying to patent that shit.
Well, let me go make me another mixed drink real quick, and I will come back and we can show off a couple reptiles if you like.
Same, I'll show off a few too. Yeah, go for it. Oh yeah. Hopefully everyone's doing well in the chat. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you are subscribed, smash that like button and also share this shit out. It'd be much appreciated. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. I'd really, truly appreciate it. And if you guys could, just like this video if you're already subscribed and share the shit out. That'd be awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
I walked through there and I was like, that sounds like his place. I looked and I was like, that is his place.
That's funny. We're on in my bedroom, and my girlfriend just walked out and was like, "I just saw you on TV."
Oh yeah, that's awesome, man. No, going live is fun though, man. Like you get to meet new people, you get to interact with new people, and it's fun.
It's pretty cool that you do it every night, but the time that you do it, I mean, for me on my side, it's like 11 o'clock. I mean, like I said, I'm 41 years old with a range of 3 kids, and right now me and my girlfriend's on FMLA leave for the baby, but we're gonna have to go back to work in a little over a month, so it's really gonna get back to tight for us. So I figured while I could do some stuff, I better be doing it.
And in the house, but you guys are awesome. Appreciate all of you. Every single person that joined the live stream, even for 2 seconds. Appreciate you. But I can't wait, dude. I'm gonna get the Asian water monitor. Yeah, that thing's gonna be badass, dude.
All right.
Hi, Solo. How are you doing tonight? Hopefully everything is well. All right, he's about to show some snakes. Here we go.
Let's see here.
I'll put you on solo once you pull a snake out.
Gotcha. This is a albino female. I don't really want to mess with them too much because I did just eat tonight. But she should be ready by the end of this year. She's right at 900 grams. And these are 70-30 tubs to kind of give you an idea of how big some of these snakes are.
Right.
This is one of my big females. She's an inchy. She's just over 2,000 grams. show you some of the pairings I'm doing. This is a fire leopard het clown boy.
Nice. Dude, that thing is beautiful.
I love his leopard pattern. Like, perfect example for the leopard. And he is going to a lesser het clown. Hoping to prove out the hets on both of them. If you could hit at least 3 out of those 5 genes, that would be awesome. This is a Mystic Potion male.
Oh,
This is
dude,
my
gorgeous.
powerhouse breeder.
My wife
he
loves.
just-
Fuck. I gotta get a Mystic, man.
He right now is only eating ASFs. He was eating rats. And then once he started breeding, he got to where now the only thing he wants is ASFs.
The Solo Butterfly says gorgeous on that one.
This is a
What do you-
super pastel het pied. And I think there's something else in her too.
Okay.
Oh, she's possible yellow belly, but I don't really see no yellow belly in.
Nah. No.
There's a little bit, but I wouldn't call it yellow belly. That's what I purchased her as, though, from Morph Market. I have 2 pied males, and then I have 4 that are het pied females.
That's cool.
This is my favorite pied male. He's a medium white. Medium whites are my favorite because you get a little bit of both. Just in my opinion. Some
Yeah.
like the higher
No,
white, some like the lower white. And then I
Super
do
low
have,
white for me.
you like the super low white? This one isn't super low white, but he is a lower white pied.
I want to show you a few of mine.
Yeah, absolutely.
My state. Winter
Definitely. I can go ahead and put it on pause and look at some of yours. I want to sit
Okay.
down and enjoy some of my drink for a second.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that works. Let me turn on the light so there's a little more lighting going on and all that. And so let's start the male pipe. Nope, that's female. Nope, that's not you either. Here you are. Here's my male pied, and once again, very, very low white, like at all.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's not much white to him. There's the one like good.
It's
A little bit
pieds are
of,
funny. Pieds are funny though, because certain genes will really reduce the pattern, and it makes it hard to really tell all the genes that are in them once you start packing on 5, 6, 7 genes. I don't know if anybody's got up that high, but I mean, you know.
So I have his sister from the same clutch, and he's 100%. Both of them are 100% het for Orange Ghost. So, but will I breed them together? No. So let me show you another one. Put you back. I want to pull out my Banana Inchi, which is BMO, and he's 100% het for pied, but he is around 9 months now, weighs around like 800 grams. No dots at all, being banana, but the Inchi cancels it out. But he's not proven out yet, but he's apparently 100% het for pied, so I'm trusting in that. And
Awesome. You'll be putting him with your pied female, I'm sure.
oh yeah. Let's see.
And worst case scenario, you get all 100% het babies and try it again in a couple years. Oh wow,
It's my clown Mel.
nice. Yeah, I got a clown that I had that I bought as a part of a collection, but I wound up selling him. Wound up letting him go to a guy that buys rats from me. They come over with the kid one day and was like, "You gotta sell us something. You gotta sell us something."
So he just came. Oh no, he's still in shed. But Pinstripe, Orange Dream, Spider. He does have the wobble, and then Enchi. It's weird. So
Not
I
bad
really
though. I mean, usually when you get them out, that's when you can tell it when their head's not. Yeah, when their head's not secure, that's usually when you see it the worst. There he goes. Yep.
yeah. That's where you see the spider.
Yep.
He has it bad here and there. He does. So one spider, the other spider I have though, she doesn't have too much of a wobble at all. She is little though, and she's a cinnamon pinstripe spider,
Oh,
but
beautiful.
she doesn't have the craziness of it going around.
Yeah,
But
like the corkscrewing, as they
yeah,
call it.
shut off ISIS earlier. Here's my cinnamon Mel. He's a cinnamon. It's kind of hard to see, but the past or cinnamon vanilla. But he has a lot. Like when I compare him to the other cinnamons I have, the plain cinnamon, like the blushing in between and everything, like
Yeah.
you can see the jet black, and then it just blushes out.
You have any snakes with any cool patterns that have any faces or any words or anything like that?
No. Let's see. Oh, here's one I do have to show off because it's my wife's new favorite, of course. Super
Nice.
Mojave, or known as another one of them, the Blue-eyed Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but a lot of the ones I have are on the younger side. I have Mel's, my champagne Mel. I can show him real quick too. Might as well. Here's my champagne Mel. He's ready to go,
Oh yeah, definitely.
but only have the one female, and she's ready to go, and she's pastel, super browned out though, and she's 100% already proven clown. I'll pull her out though, but I don't know. I'm trusting that she weighs in quite a bit, but last time I weighed her, she was at 3,300 and some change, but
Oh
she's a
wow,
big
that's a
girl.
big girl. Yeah.
Try to show her like
You might get a good 10, 11 egg clutch out of her.
but
Have you been pairing her with anything yet, or are you waiting, or?
with the male clown, trying to prove
Oh,
out
okay.
that because she's been proven already, but I want to prove her out. Like it's not
Yeah.
proven until I do it. Being in my
Oh,
collection.
exactly. I mean, I'm a type of person. If I buy something, even off Morph Market, you're gonna have to show me pictures, videos, whatever you got to prove a hit. But I'm not paying for it. You know,
Yeah, well,
I ain't gonna lie. Most of my collection come from Craigslist or local Facebook groups. You know, reptile groups. I bought big collections at a time. Put them in a different room. You know, 2-3 months to quarantine them. Now everything's in one room, all together, ready to go. But you know, a lot of my stuff I acquired as you know, it was already a collection. Racks, thermostat, everything. Now I bought the ARS rack over here, and then the black rack right beside it is a Hercstack rack. And then that Hercstack 6 that's up there. I bought those brand
Sea
there, but
serpents.
everything else, yeah. Sea serpents is good, but they got a long wait time from what I hear.
It took me a month to get my shit.
That's not bad. I think mine was 5 weeks for my actually for both of them. I think they took about 5 weeks. I was quoted 8 to 10, but I think they took about 5,
Now for
which
the
wasn't bad
incubator,
at all.
that shit was like it was supposed to be a 6 week minimum, and it turned out to be like a 10 week thing. I was like, motherfuckers.
That that little thing right there at the end, that's a wine cooler incubator. I've got a Pepsi cooler out in my garage that I'm gonna be doing a video converting it this probably this fall winter once it cools down. I don't need it right now, and it's just too hot out there to do anything else. I do have a rack build on my channel. The ARS builds on my channel. So plan on doing a lot of builds, a lot of pairing videos, a lot of egg cutting videos, as much videos as I can, to be honest.
Okay, so I mean, this is the first time you and I have been on chat as well, like me and Boom tonight, Boom Exotics. Like, I mean, I haven't talked to you on camera, right? This is the
No,
first time.
no. We
So,
talked one time via Instagram, and we've chatted Instagram. I don't know, a couple of times
but
back and forth, maybe a little bit of
yeah,
conversation. But
really quick, welcome Reese's Pythons. If you're still here, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Just having a good night, like normal, just chilling, hanging out. But so you know, yeah, fuck. So I have questions, but I don't want to ask them right now because I want to
no,
make
you can
sure.
ask me anytime
No,
off the
no,
air.
right. But I mean,
Yeah,
on the live stream, I kind of want to wait for a lot of these questions I have for you until Thursday.
jot them down so that way you don't forget, and we'll do it Thursday. Make this the amp up video for Thursday night. Like I said with the name in the collection, we can make this an amp up video for people who are watching and come back Thursday. We can do
Yeah,
some live feedings. I mean, we can do some reptiles.
I think a lot of people would actually enjoy the. Some will enjoy the live feedings while some don't, but the names, especially, I think
That's
people enjoy.
and we don't have to do the live feedings, or we can just do a few. I mean, like I said, I got 48. We can go through. Well, one of them's in my daughter's room, so we can go through 47. And like I said, it took me half an hour to make a video to do that. But
I didn't think of this until now, until Solo had said something. She's not saying this in a bad way. I don't know if you read that comment already, but there you go.
I didn't. I can't see them. You can't offend me, but that is funny. I take humor. I love it. I mean, look at me. You think you're gonna offend
Funny.
me?
Well, no, but that's funny. Like, yeah, no. What was his
I
name
think
in
it's
the movie?
hilarious.
Wasn't his name in the movie Doug?
I can't remember. Was it Doug? No, Doug was the guy that was the his brother-in-law, wasn't it?
I can't remember, dude. It's been. I think me and the wife watched it one time.
Oh, that
It's
dude's
been
so
so
funny
long.
That is awesome, though. Thanks for that comment.
Hell
Definitely.
yeah, dude. Definitely Thursdays ago. So sweet. I mean, I go live every night, man. So.
Oh yeah. Like I said, this time of night, I'm normally in bed. The girlfriend usually stays up with the newborn, so I'm usually asleep by now. I mean, I gotta get up when the chickens start crowing. But here lately, she's been up that early, so she usually goes and lets the chickens out. But I usually at least wake up and look out the window to make sure the coop's open for them.
Oh yeah. So you got chickens as well, huh?
Yeah, we got 20 chickens. We got 3 miniature schnauzers, bearded dragon, dubia colony. What else we
Green
got?
rodents, ball pythons.
Rats, ASFs. We tried to get
Only
into
rats.
isopods a little bit. I went outside this summer and got up a bunch of isopods because I started looking at a bunch of the bioactive channels. And I was kind of wanting to set up my daughter's snake in her room, maybe bioactive. But I got a bunch of isopods. Me and her went out in the woods and collected them, and I stuck them in a container and threw some dead snake skin in there, and I throw some moist cocoa husk in there for moisture every once in a while, and I just forgot about them. I mean, I even had babies going and everything, but I would just forget about them. I mean, just too much going on. But I was just wanting to see how easy they would be to take care of and stuff. And I mean, it's, basically like any other thing that's eating decaying stuff. As long as it's got decaying stuff in there for it to eat and a water source, it's going to live. But
I don't. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have a reason to have the isopods.
yeah,
I have rats only because I can't have ASFs, and I'm not breeding mice. And I have the ball pythons. That's it. Other
yeah,
than that,
I would.
isopods,
Yeah.
I mean, they're cool. I mean, they're roly polies to me. No matter how people look at them, it's still a roly poly. But
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I just remembered them as a kid, and I seen them come across in some of the reptile channels that I
like
was
you right, like you touch them and like they roll up into
They
balls.
roll up,
So like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's
But
roly
you
polies,
put
man.
you put them in your bioactives, and you just have to spot clean, and they take care of everything else. I mean, you can have bioactives that other than spot cleaning, you don't have to do nothing to forever
So
if you keep it right.
do the geckos or bearded dragons eat them?
Um, I don't think that they do.
I heard
Um,
some people. Some people said they do. That's why I'm asking. I'm not 100% on it.
I mean, I don't
Like,
know. Like I said, I was thinking about doing it for ball python, which wouldn't eat them for sure. I mean, I
put
wouldn't
like
know
20
about.
in there so they eat the poop and stuff. Never, right?
I did actually take some of them and throw them in some of my tanks just to see what would happen. But I mean, I change the substrate once a month, so they got tossed out when the substrate got tossed out. But I'd still see them in there crawling around and stuff, and I would check on them daily. But it was just something to do, something to see what would happen. You know, I'm thinking about trying a clutch of maternally incubating. Just because the research that I've done, I've heard the babies tend to go on feed faster, turn to be bigger, turn to grow faster. So, put that study to the test.
Yeah, man. I still haven't had my first clutch though, dude. I can't wait for that. But I'm shooting for those clowns because I mean I got the visual clown to the pastel browned out 100% het clown. So and she's been
Yeah,
proven already once. So
clown pied and albino is where I'm, trying to get big into, and then I want to add some of the darker genes into the albino, but it's going to take some time. I mean, everything takes time.
that's the fun part though. Like, I mean, if anyone's getting into ball python breeding, this isn't like something that's going to happen, a couple months down the road. Your female could breed every like what is it, like 10 months, if I'm right, at least minimum every 10 months you could breed her. But that's only, you should monitor her weight. There's a lot that goes into it, not just like, oh, every 10 months I could pair her up. Like, it's not like that. You got to
and,
make
and
sure.
she may go back on feed and reabsorb those follicles and not go for a couple years. I mean, you're
Exactly.
rolling dice every time. I mean, that's why you
But
get a big collection with multiple chances.
it's like Forrest Gump when he start running toward it. But yeah, no, dude, like, I kind of gave this away, and Brian Cusco thought about it. And he's like, honestly, no. He said, I don't think that's ever been made. I said it last night, so I could tell you tonight. There's never been yet. I know this. There's never been yet one, not one, and it's a couple more that go together that no one's put together yet. So I have the female that I showed you, which was a cinnamon spider pinstripe. I'm going to mate her to my male clown. Okay. And then I'm going to make, when I do that, I want to hit her complete copy of her or him, well, most likely her, with the same thing, just 100% pied. Well, there's not a pied cinnamon pinstripe out there. And then I was like, I said something about Inchy, and that's another one. If you could add that in there. Inchy's not, like, it has not been produced yet.
I want to say cinnamon. I know Inchy is one of the genes. I want to say cinnamon is one of the genes in pied that really makes a low white pie. So it's hard to tell, what genes are packed into it until you raise it up and breed it back out.
Correct. But to make it would be the world's first.
And then you can put whatever price tag you want on it.
$5 million.
I mean, look at some of what people put on price tags for Morph Market. I mean, Skittles was on there for what, 30 grand or something. I don't think it ever sold.
Fuck no, it ain't never gonna sell. Skittles will never sell. But I'd be the dumbass to buy it if I had the money.
I mean, but if you produce something like that, you would put it out there for some astronomical amount of money and sit on it until some rich fucker come around and saw it and said, okay.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, my big thing, about breeding the ball pythons, it was like, yes, there's a lot of more, like, I would like to, how I say, replicate, because they already been made. But my whole goal in going into this and everything is to make worlds first and put my name out there. That's my goal. Because I do a lot of research that nobody knows about, like my wife will tell you, and there's times she gets fucking annoyed by me because I will be like, what do you think this does with this and this does with that? And she's like, what the fuck are you like? She's like, shut up. Just like, and I'll go for hours, man. And I mean, I do this shit just because I want to make something that I could be like, you know what, fucking did something with my life. Like, it would make me feel better. And because I love reptiles. So I kind of put the two together. And I'd like to make the world's first of something at least.
Got you. Well, I think that's a goal for a lot of people. Some of them just want to hit this morph or that morph, and most of them, I think it's to try to be the best of the best. But you got to realize there's thousands of them out there too. So
yeah,
it's definitely a tough. Well, I wouldn't say it's tough to get into because it's definitely not as widespread as something else to get into. But the market's not as big as something else either. I mean, the reptile market's still big, but it's not as big as something else to get into. So you just need to make sure you do everything right. You're doing smart by having a channel, or live stream every night. Even if it's just you by yourself and people are just coming on to comment and somebody jumps on once in a while. Hey, eventually it's gonna grow. I mean,
so to be honest with you,
you just gotta be persistent and consistent.
Since January of this year till now, I pretty much went live almost every night. I think there's only 1 month that I actually missed. And other than that, though, every night I've been live. I mean, I get the to me, I mean, somebody said something. I want to be honest. Somebody said something. And anybody that watches this at all, to me, is fucking awesome. Like, somebody said something that was fucked up. And that's why we're no longer co-host. And it is what it is. But
I mean, to be able to come on every night, there ain't no way I could come on every night. Maybe once a month. That's about the most I could ever do. But
I completely understand.
That's just my lifestyle, though. That's just what I have going on in my life, So I commend you for what you do, though. It's awesome.
So my goal is to have 100 ball pythons. That's my goal, right? Well, my wife was like, "You're stupid. I need 200." I'm like, "Okay, let's just meet in the middle." So even when I'm at, we have 100 plus or whatever, every night I will get to. For me, it takes a lot off of my chest. It takes a lot off the weight of everything that I deal with daily behind the scenes that no one knows about, regardless of its family, financial, whatever it may could be. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like it could be something between marriage wise, and it's inflecting with me and my wife or something like that. Like there's a lot that behind the scenes that people don't see, but like going live takes a lot of that stress off of me at the end of the day. I'm like, you know what? I could actually be me, hang out, have a good time, and my wife watch in the background or now passed out, but and still have a good time. And yeah, dude. So like, but yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty sure plenty of people are trying to hit the world's first of something. Sadly, there's no like monsoon pied, there's no sunset pied. People are slacking.
Oh, they'll be there. It won't take long.
Sure.
I mean, and you got to realize some of these top dogs ain't they don't even show what they have. You know what I mean? They're sitting on stuff that we won't see for 4 or 5 years. I mean, it's just the way it is. I
I
mean,
get that, but like,
they might share it back and forth between each other, but it comes at a pretty price.
I mean, I get that, yeah. I mean, I could see that happening, like the top breeders being like, "Yeah, I already made this." So before we even announce it, like, "Hey, I was first, and this is what I want to do to it." And everyone has their own output on what genes they want to put into it. Like that's the cool part, though. Like there's so many different variations, like a pied. Let's just take a normal pied. You can get that from low white to high white to medium white. I mean, like, so with clown, like you could get a pastel clown, which looks amazing, but the killer clown, which is the super pastel clown, looks even, in my opinion, better. Like,
yeah,
there's just so many different genes that could play effect to another gene, but there are some genes that guarantee dominate over other genes, and that's my thing. Like I want to, like you said, cinnamon causes a lot of high whites. Well, now if you add in, inchy, and you take out the cinnamon, and you make a spider inchy pinstripe pied with the inchy, right? There should be more pattern.
there should be, yeah.
I mean,
You just gotta play with it, You gotta figure out which genes you want to mess with, and as you go, you gotta constantly add and subtract. I mean,
to me, my wife
figure out which direction you want to go, and if you've got stuff to get rid of that's not in the direction you're moving, then let it go. That's my hardest thing, is let animals go sometimes. It's like it don't really cost me nothing to feed, so as long as I got the space, well, what's the problem with it sitting in my house? That's how I look at it sometimes. But
I gotta have one of every gene, man. So like, okay,
you realize how many genes and combinations there are out there?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you go to Morph Market, you got single trait, and then you got the combo trait. Yeah, no, trust me, there's plenty. Yes, I get that, but to me, this is like I wish I could be like Billy from Mutation Creation, and he might laugh at this and find it kind of like a little funny, but he has the Walmart of fucking ball pythons. Okay, like. Are you kidding me? Like I have one of every fucking gene. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he is pretty insane. I do like watching his videos because he's more raw, than let me make it sure everything's nice and clean and pretty before I show you what I'm about to do. It's just more of, hey, this is what we're doing today. Oh crap, it's actually dirty in this bin. Well, guess what? It happens like that sometimes, you know.
Right.
When you have this many animals, you're not gonna pull out a clean bin every time. I'm telling you. I mean, I
Yeah.
check mine at least once a day, sometimes twice a day if I haven't been busy that day, and I clean up at least 2 or 3 sheds every other day, poop every single day. You know, grab urates out. I mean, that's the everyday thing. I don't understand how some of these people can say, "Oh, I only check once a week." I couldn't leave an animal in there like that for a whole week.
Yeah. I, I feel you, man. Like I said earlier, I use this brown unprinted paper for bedding sometimes, or I'll use paper towels. Like as for like the reason why I do that, I understand. Like some people like Cocoa Husk. Until I have a problem with shedding, then I understand. But I have no problem with shedding in Reno, Nevada or Sparks, Nevada. It's very dry, so I know how much to spray. Um, and it just makes it easier because I am trying to help the local people out. Once again, I have one snake in the collection that's been here for 2 months, so I already put her in, or a little over 2 months. And for me personally, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like the paper towels, you can see a lot more. I agree with what Boom said. Like you could see, you know, I've never had a mite problem yet, never, and I'm so happy for that. Doesn't mean it won't happen in 10, 5, 2, 1 years, whatever. But I've never had any mite problems. I've never had shed problems. I've never. Oh shit! Where do you go? Okay, I guess he belled. Is it because I have my ball pythons on paper towels or unprinted brown paper? Is he back?
Yeah, my bad. You're looking like sometimes you're reading comments and stuff, and I was like, how come I can't read no comments and stuff? And so I was trying to click on the comments, but then when I do that, it took my whole screen away where I couldn't see nothing. And then I hit the back button and it kicked me all the way out. So I was like, let's not do that.
No, okay. But actually, you know, so we're gonna have I already have my questions, man. One thing I seen you on Dragon Whispers live, so there's already questions from that live, and from now that I already have questions for you. So, but I am gonna end it here, dude. I appreciate you
definitely.
coming up. But a huge shout
Absolutely.
out to you and everyone that joined the live stream, especially Boom Exotics. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna hit the intro this coming Thursday. ODGC Exotics, or our dad's gone crazy, whatever you want to say. I am Ball Python Love BPL. If you want to say anything before we leave,
Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you Thursday. Peace
fucking
out.
heard it. Late.